Up right where episode 2 left off, and we are focusing all on the court case. Jen is representing Abomination after he escaped into that underground fighting ring, and we are breaking that fourth wall. I like how they are really self-aware, and I thought they would carry on with those jokes throughout. But it's only right at the start where she's driving that she is breaking that fourth wall, and she's talking directly to us in terms of they're now introducing Wong, who's the Sorcerer Supreme. So he gets the nice little introduction again, but it does feel like there are a lot of cameos of the week. Like they are dropping, obviously, Bruce, the Abomination, and now Wong as well. So it feels like a lot of these things that are trying to tie into a bigger place in terms of where this is going to go, but at the moment it seems like they are just doing those cameos of the week where Wong doesn't really impact too much in terms of the story. He is a useful tool in terms of the court case and how they use it. Let's have a little bit of a situational comedy, like he is used in terms of having a little bit of a laugh, but it's really serious. The tone of this actual episode is really serious. Like we are set all into the court case. And there are two court cases going on at the same time. We do have an Asgardian that gets dropped in as well, a shapeshifter. And we do get a little bit of throwback to, obviously, Jen's rivalry where they do not like each other. But the whole setting where they were trying to focus on the two court cases was a little bit muddled. And the humour that they tried to play off in each of those court cases never actually hit the mark of what you wanted to do. But, like, the Abomination is really interesting. I like how that he has reformed, and the reason why he actually went into that underground fighting ring is because Wong needed to do a kumite fight with him. Like I would have liked more of an explanation into why, and maybe like some shots to them actually fighting, because in terms of action there isn't anything till right at the end. And the humour in this, besides that fourth wall right at the start, there's nothing really going for it in terms of that nice blend of action comedy sort of slice of life they had in the other two episodes. I know episode 2 didn't really have it either, but episode 1 had a number of bits and pieces of action, where I'm feeling like this is going down the route of Miss Marvel in terms of they're just not focusing enough on the superhero aspect. I know it feels more like just a lawyer show with some Hulk aspects into. I know like her persona is She-Hulk, and that's what's really driving it forward, but I want more of an actual like superhero show. That's what I tune in for. I'm not getting it with She-Hulk. I'm just getting the lawyer with some really forced comedy in terms of into the later episodes now. And I really just want a big bad that they need to fight. Like there's no real danger for any of the main superheroes that are coming out now. Like Miss Marvel didn't really actually have that either, where this show doesn't even have a big bad. Like she's going here and there, and the only big actual exciting thing that's kind of happened is obviously Abomination does get released, but right at the end we meet these like street thugs who have some Asgardian weaponry, and the fight scene and the comedy in that was okay. Like it felt a little bit forced, but I did kind of laugh in terms of how useless they were against the Hulk. And I've never really been a big fan of the Hulks. Like they just seem really overpowered. The same as like Superman. I've never really cared for those really overpowered characters where I want more of a fucking like a special abilities that these people have to overcome stuff, where they're not. The Hulks are just overpowered and they can't really be hurt by anything. Where once she transformed, they do reveal that they want the blood from her, but they can't get it. Obviously, they can't pierce the green skin of She-Hulk. Like, that makes sense. Like, at least they're consistent in terms of where they're going with the Hulk lore and stuff, but it's just not going anywhere. I'm hoping now that these guys just randomly appeared and are trying to get the blood, that this is going to further along the plot of where we're going, because at the moment, I'm a little bit sick of just her advancing her career as a lawyer. I want something else. Like obviously we've had that sort of origin part. Now we need to get into something a little bit more exciting. So the post-credit scene was probably the only time I really laughed, that I thought it was actually quite funny, where it's the throwback to the shape-shifting Asgardian was actually changing into. Like that was fun. I had a little bit of laugh when they were dancing and it was like, you're my most fun lawyer. Like, okay, that was fun. I liked how it was tagged into an extra scene, but they just need to do more with what this show is doing, where I thought episode 1 and 2 were actually quite good. I know a number of people was a bit split in terms of how people are liking it, but this one for me was actually the weakest, just due to its really serious tone. The less blend of comedy, and the comedy that was in it was really forced, and it just needs some more action. I need something in there to make me come back to watching a superhero show. So for me, it's a 1.5. I just struggled with it. It's probably more of a 1, but it's that 1 because it was at least kind of engaging in terms of it was a good production value, but it just never got anywhere it needed to. So hopefully they pick it up for episode 4. I am interested to see. Hopefully they are going to rectify where they're going. But yeah, that's it for me. So do have a weekly podcast now. It's called Movie Talks. You can hit that on Spotify. Otherwise, on the channel, you'll see the vodcast. I'm live on Twitch every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:45 Australian Central Standard Time. So see me play some games and drop dad jokes. Come say good day. It's great fun in the chat. And yeah, you know what to do. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, because we've got daily reviews on the channel. So tell your friends.